And this is the story about a priest. He's walking down the road one day, and then he sees a garden on the side, very beautiful garden on the side. And he stops to admire it. I mean, it's so beautiful. He can't just walk by. He stops and so beautiful. And then he sees there's a gardener hard at work. In the middle of the garden, there's a gardener hard at work. So he's the guy who's got the garden. It's his garden. So the priest calls him over. Hello, 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 come over here, come over here. And this gardener, he stands up and he looks over and he sees the priest, and he puts down his tools and he wipes that sweat off his brow and he walks over. And he says, yes, Father, how can I help you? My son, I just wanted to congratulate you on this beautiful garden that you've got. You're such a lucky and fortunate man to be blessed with such a great garden. You truly must have done some good deeds in the past for which God has blessed you with this garden. And as he says this, that you're truly lucky God has blessed you with this garden, the gardener stops him. He says, oh, hold on a minute. Okay, this garden, God didn't bless me with it. I made it myself. No, my son. No, you should never think like that. Everything that comes to us comes from God. Everything is a gift from God. So you must give gratitude. You must acknowledge that this garden belongs to God. He just gave it to you. And the gardener, he looks over at his garden, and then he looks back at the priest and he says, yeah, Father, that might be so. It might belong to God and He might have given it to me. But you should have seen this garden when God had it all to Himself. Like, what are you talking about, man? I made it. But this story has such deep lessons for you. That piece of land was always there, wasn't it? Did the gardener make that piece of land? Did he create the earth? Did he create the soil? Did he create the ability of the soil to grow crops? Did he? That's beyond him, right? He didn't make that happen. Now he found this piece of land. It became his. That piece of land has everything in it for him to make a garden. But he must plant seeds. Now, does he make the seeds? Can human beings make seeds? There is no way for us to make seeds. The only way for us to get more seeds is to grow earlier plants to get seeds from them. And where do we grow earlier plants from? From the seeds before that. We can't make seeds. We have never made seeds. The original seed wasn't made by us. But yet seeds are available everywhere. But he must choose what seeds to plant. You follow? So he decides, these are the seeds I want to plant. So he starts planting them. Now, does he control or did he create the ability of the earth to grow his seed? Did he create that ability? Can he shut it down? You know what? He can use it. He can benefit from it. Once he understands how it works, he can make it grow faster. This story tells you everything that you need to know to celebrate life every day. Everything that you need to celebrate is already with you. And you didn't make it. Just like that land. He didn't make it, but it arrived and it was there. You know what? All of you have a mind, don't you? Did you make your mind? I mean, you were born with it, right? You don't even know how this mind arrived or where it arrived from. All you did is filled it up with stuff. That's okay. But you didn't make your mind. What about this body? Did you make your body? Somebody else made it for you, right? And even they don't know how it's made. They just know, get together, have some fun, you get a body soon enough. Come on, think about it. Do we know how a body is created? You take a simple seed of an apple tree, it's so small. But in that small seed, which could fit on your thumb, is the entire intelligence needed to create an apple orchard. Isn't that amazing? I mean, don't you find it mind-boggling? That inside a small, minute thing, is hidden the entire intelligence of populating the earth. And here I was thinking I am the biggest thing on life. You know, I mean, it boggles your mind sometimes about what we did not create, but we live within. So I have a mind, I didn't create it. I have a body, I didn't create it. You know what? If you have a mind and a body, you have enough to make your garden what you want it to be. In other words, you can choose what seeds to plant. You can choose what thoughts you want to have. And did you create your thoughts? You think them, yes, but where do your thoughts come from? Oh, now we are getting to a whole different level. But where do your thoughts come from? Have you ever thought of that? So suddenly a thought arrives, right? Like inspiration arrives, yeah? Where does it come from? It comes here suddenly, and I process it, and I understand it, and I go, wow, yeah, that'll work. Suddenly I've got the solution to my problem. Wow. But where is it coming from? And that's what you've got to understand. We didn't create the seeds. You know what? Even the thoughts that come into your head, all the inspirational thoughts, are not created by you. Study history, you'll find that some of the greatest discoveries and inventions have happened when people have had inspirational thoughts. In other words, those thoughts came to them, but their mind was ready, the soil was ready to hold it. Do you follow? So you have to be a good gardener. You have everything that you need to make your life a celebration and a joy. You have everything. But follow the guidelines I gave you. Learn from everything. Engage and enjoy the external world. Don't hold on to this negativity of anger and grudges and hate and envy and jealousy. Drop it. There's no space for it. You're on a journey. You're here not to judge the whole world. You know, you're here to take care of your own garden, not to judge every person's garden around you. And you're here certainly to celebrate your life, not to struggle with it. I want you to go home remembering that you were born crying. And one day you will die. But whether you will die smiling or you will die crying, this is the choice to be made today. And then you start living that way, and you'll see that the rest of the journey becomes a celebration, not a struggle.